Today on RMU-Live, an update on the New York City terrorist attack, and the update on a plague in Madagascar that is killing thousands. And finally, Donald Trump will be going to Asia. All that and more coming up next on RMU-Live.
November 3rd, 2017. My name is Reagan Check.
And I'm Nick Hedrick. Here's what's happening now. An update on the terror attack in Manhattan. Terror group ISIS has claimed responsibility for this attack, which killed 8 people, although there's no evidence to support this claim. Saifullah Saipov, who carried out this attack, stated that he was loyal to ISIS and even wanted the group's flag to be hung in his hospital room. President Trump commented on this earlier on Friday when he stated that ISIS will pay a big price for this attack. And 45 Kmart and Sears stores will be closing in the United States, and the Kmart and Moon Township will be closing along with the Sears in Indiana, PA. These stores will be liquidated very soon, and some are even expecting this to start as soon as November 9th.
After 25 years, TGI Fridays is being forced to close its 3 locations in Pittsburgh International Airport. Air Mall Pittsburgh confirmed that it declined the company's renewal of the lease.
Joshua Gurto, the man who allegedly raped and killed a 13-month-old, was on the run for 2 weeks before being captured in Allegheny County earlier this week. The only weapon on Gurto when he was arrested was a knife. He was captured this week after an officer spotted him on Nicholson Road.
Jeffrey Scullin, Jr. carried his future mother-in-law's casket at her funeral on Saturday, but was arrested and charged with aggravated murder for Melinda Poleskovic's death. Officials say that their wedding was reportedly to be the same day she was laid to rest. Poleskovic was found with a gunshot and several stab wounds in her home.
Republicans released their rewrite of the tax plan yesterday. This is a $1.5 trillion plan. This will include tax cuts on corporate businesses, and it will also help the middle class. Businesses will make out the most from this plan. It is predicted that they will save $1 trillion. The Republican Senate is also working on their own tax plan as well.
6 Miami firefighters were fired after a noose made out of twine was found placed over a black colleague's family photo. The police chief knew about the incident beginning September 9th and suspended 11 firefighters with pay. Lewd images were also drawn on several other photos.
A student at Hartford University named Brianna Ray Brochu was reportedly racist to her black roommate. It is said that she then bragged about this on social media. The president of the university is meeting with students to discuss this problem. The school is talking about creating a group of students to help with racial issues.
A woman has sued cosmetics store Sephora. She claims that she tried a lipstick and then got oral herpes. The woman says this happened in 2015, but just filed a lawsuit last week. She is suing for emotional distress and for incurable infection.
The Pittsburgh music industry is reportedly struggling. Here's Gage Golding with more.
City officials report that the music and nightlife scene here in the city is one of Pittsburgh's most struggling aspects.
In a recent survey conducted by Visit Pittsburgh, the music and nightlife scene scored lowest in comparison to other aspects of the Pittsburgh experience. The Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership has contracted Sound Music Cities LLC of Austin, Texas, to conduct an in-depth assessment of Pittsburgh's musical ecosystem. The project has already secured funds from the Heinz Endowments, and work begins on November 3rd with an expected complete date of the first half of 2018. Pittsburgh Mayor Bill Peduto backs the project, saying, quote, "A healthy music scene representing a broad range of genres serves as an economic driver benefiting artists, businesses, and neighborhoods," end quote.
Pittsburgh Mayor Bill Peduto does say he supports the project 100% and hopes to revamp the city's music and nightlife scene here in Pittsburgh. Reporting outside of Stage AE on the North Shore, Gage Golding, RMU Century Media.
Robert Morris University's Academic Media Center will be hosting Bringin' the Blues to RMU, featuring a live performance by Joe West and the Blues Attack. Also, a viewing of the documentary Blues Chronicles from the Burgh. Be sure to attend tonight at 5 p.m.
The iPhone X is considered to be the best iPhone ever made. The new iPhone lacks a home button and is going to be the first iPhone to have a face scanner that unlocks it. The device will start at $999 and will arrive in stores today. Apple encourages people to line up early.
And be sure to tune into our other shows, RMU Live on Mondays and Fridays at 1 p.m., Sports Talk in the Berg on Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m., and Colonial Sports Center Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. here on RMU-TV. And coming up next on RMU Live, Donald Trump is heading to Asia.
And a kidnapped family is found safe.
Oh, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
President Donald Trump refuses to use etiquette and protocol when visiting Asia. The National Security Advisor states that he may use whatever language he chooses. However, this may cause tension with international relations among these Asian countries.
There is now a second woman accusing Dustin Hoffman of sexual harassment. Wendy Riss-Gatsiunas says that Hoffman sexually harassed her in 1991. Hoffman was around 30 years older than her at the time. It is said that Hoffman asked her if she had ever been with a man over 40 and then tried to persuade her to have sex with him.
A family that was attacked on their boat by pirates were found alive on Wednesday. The family was found in the jungle living out of a van. Officials are unsure how the family escaped their assailants. Adam and Emily Hartu and their two daughters, ages 3 and 7, are in good condition other than insect bites.
A muscle disease that prevents babies from moving and eventually breathing is being treated with gene therapy. Some of the babies that received this treatment were able to move around on their own, despite only 15 babies receiving the treatment. There are also high hopes that this will work. The only treatment as of now is a series of injections every couple months.
21-year-old Asia Bibi has been charged with murder after her plan to kill her husband resulted in poisoning 27 of his relatives, 17 of which have died. Officials say Bibi was forced to her family to marry a relative in September. The man that she was in love with tried to help her escape. When this attempt failed, he gave her poison that she could use to kill her husband.
An Egyptian lawyer is receiving backlash for some comments he made. Naib al-Wash stated that women that wore revealing clothing should be raped. He even went as far as to say that, quote, it is, quote, national duty, unquote, to rape women that wear revealing clothing like ripped jeans. The Egyptian National Council for Women immediately filed a formal complaint.
Authorities in China have blocked a plot from 7 North Korean assassins trying to kill Kim Han-sol. An anonymous source told officials of the plot, and authorities were able to apprehend and hold them for questioning.
A company in the Netherlands called Volker Wessels has announced their plan to build new roads. These roads, however, will be made out of plastic water bottles taken from the ocean. This is a great way to recycle these bottles, and the roads will be much lighter than cement roads. This will cause less pressure on the ground.
A plague that began in August has now infected about 1,192 people and has killed 124. The plague is carried by an infected rodent and is being spread by fleas. If left untreated or caught at an early diagnosis, it can cause serious illness or death. Officials say there is no vaccines or medications that prevent this plague sold in the U.S. The World Economic Forum has shown the yearly worsening of the gender gap since 2006. Last year, women were measured as having a 68% of outcomes that men have. This year, it has lowered to only 68%. Studies have shown that women won't gain the same equality as men in the workplace for another 217 years.
And for all the news you could possibly need regarding RMU sports and arts and entertainment, be sure to check out RMUCenturyMedia.com.
Coming up after the break, weather forecaster Tyler Schlendorn will be in our weather center with a look at this weekend's forecast.
And our sports anchor Matt Simkovic will cover RMU sports and some NHL action when we come back.
Did you know parking over tall, dry grass can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees?
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Welcome back to RMU Live. My name is Matt Simkovic, and now it's time to get into sports. Last weekend, volleyball beat Sacred Heart 3-2. Men's hockey went 0-2 against Ohio State. Men's basketball won against Niagara by a score of 73-70. Women's hockey tied 2 games against Penn State. Football took a devastating loss against Sacred Heart, a score of 36-7. Volleyball won 3-0 over Farley Dickinson. The soccer teams both picked up wins as well, with the women's beating Mount St. Mary's 4-0 and the men beating LIU Brooklyn 1-0. This weekend's going to be another big one. Women's hockey has a doubleheader against Lindenwood. Volleyball plays St. Francis tonight. Men's hockey has 2 games against Holy Cross this weekend, and men's soccer plays St. Francis. Tomorrow, football hopes to salvage some of their season against Wagner. Let's check out the forecast for these games with our weatherman, Tyler Schlendorn.
Thanks, Matt. And now let's jump right into the weather. Today we're going to have a high of 60 degrees with a low of 39. It's also going to be cloudy. Makes you have an umbrella with you today. Let's jump right into tomorrow's weather. As you can see, we're going to have a high of 59 degrees with a low of 54. It's also going to be a cloudy again. Hopefully it won't rain during the football game on Saturday. Now let's jump right into the 5-day forecast. It's going to be a very interesting one this weekend, folks, with it mainly being in the high 40s all the way up to the high 60s on Sunday. And then it's going to be in the mainly 30s throughout the rest of the week and 60 on Sunday. and it's going to be a very interesting week with the weather. So let's jump back right to Nick and Reagan back at the desk.
And that's all we have for RMU Live.
We will see you next week. Have a great day.